to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops, then find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas. We Ric Flairin' on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Alright.
right, listen, you know I love my theme song, but I got a lot of stuff to get done, and I got another show today at 7:30 with me and Mr. Kofi Hemingway. Afterglow show, 7:30. All right, I know it says 7:30 show with Mr. Kofi Hemingway. We're gonna answer all your questions about is FAMU national champions. We're gonna talk about the Celebration Bowl. We're gonna get into all that. So if you call in today, don't bring that mess up, okay? That's not what this show is about. This show is not about that, okay? Make sure you follow me on IG and Twitter at offscript_TV. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get it where you get it. All right, listen. Listen, this one, okay, I'm gonna start it from the beginning. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with y'all, right? I'm gonna start it from the beginning. I got Instagram messages early this morning, maybe like 10, 9 people like, yo, Scotty, Valley doing it. Valley doing it. Oh man, they got him a 3-star QB, number one QB in JUCO, Scotty. I'm like, okay. So, you know, we leaving Atlanta. I'm kind of prepping. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a live show. Cause you know, I'm a Dancy. You know, I'm a Coach Dancy fan. All right, you already know I love me some Coach Dancy. All right, so I'm like, oh, it's about to be lit. All right, but listen. So we got in about 12:30, 1-ish. And I was about to jump on live and be like, oh my God, Valley breaking the bank. Oh, shoot. But something in my spirit was like, go watch the film. All right, go watch the film. And when I watched the film, I was not impressed. All right. Now, I'm not going to say he's bad. Listen, go watch the film for yourself. Okay. I know a lot of people get caught up in the hype, the stars, the number one. He's the number one JUCO DB. But if you actually go look at all the ratings, ain't that many QBs that's rated. All right. So I just want to be very clear. Okay. I just want to be very clear. So, all right. So if you go watch the film, all right, listen, I'm going to have a little clips of just little stuff that I'm telling you what you're going to see, but I'm not, listen, this is not a bad section. I am glad JAMARI chose to come to Valley. I am glad he's going to Valley. And I know Coach Kitten Evans down there is a QB whisperer. All right, that's real talk. So shout out to Coach Kitten Evans. I know he's going to get him in there, work him up, polish him up. But if I was a quarterback in that room, I would not be worried. If I'm being honest, if I was a quarterback and how egocentric most quarterbacks are and egos that they have, I would not be a scared quarterback in that room. If you watch the film. Now, if you go by the hype, you'll be worried. If you go by the hype, you'll be absolutely worried. But if you watch the tape of this guy and you feel you have any type of quarterbacking skills, you are not worried about JAMARI Jones coming into the QB room. I'm just being facts. Oh, and Coach Willie Totten's down there too. Coach Willie Totten is amazing. All right, Coach Willie Totten is amazing. All right, I'm gonna show you some few clips. Right, I'm gonna give you my comps for JAMARI Jones. And if you want to call in, that's cool. If not, whatever, right? So let's get into these clips. All right. These are just small clips of what I've seen. Listen, it's not a full breakdown. All right. I didn't want to critique the kid's game all the way. I'm happy he's what he is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm just telling you what I've seen. All right. A lot of people will jump on Twitter and post it, but they're not going to tell you the real. Okay. They want to talk about, oh, Dancy's recruiting, and Coach Dancy's recruiting his ass off at Valley. And there's a lot of other players that deserve the hype, but we all know it's a quarterback game. It's a quarterback-driven league. You got to have a quarterback. So that's why I'm slightly breaking this down, but not all the way breaking it down. All right. So the first clip, all right, is of an interception he threw in the championship game. All right. Now, the play is on the far right, right? So, oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault. All right, I took that play out. All right. This is what you're going to see a lot of. I apologize. I took that play out. This is what you're going to see a lot of because I didn't think it was a fair play. But if you watch his tape, you see a lot of this, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but that's what you see a lot of. All right. You see a lot of dinking and dunking. You see a lot of short passes. You see a lot of let my athletes go be athletes. And when I tell you he has some athletes, he has athletes. So where I think he's going to benefit Valley is the East Mississippi Community College was a very run heavy team. All right. They had two backs. They ran the ball a lot. They didn't ask JAMARI to do much. All right. They asked him to make plays with his feet, make few throws here and there, and let your playmakers be playmakers. All right. So when I tell you he's not slinging the ball all around the yard, he's not putting up 300-400 yard games. That's not his style. That's not what East Mississippi asked him to do. So in that aspect, I think he's a great fit for Valley because you have Caleb Johnson. You have the backup. Hey, Quincy, help me out. I think it's like Deridian or D. He's a monster too. You have a two-back system that's a monster. And then they had the third back who took over for the backup was amazing as well. So they have a stable of backs that Valley can go through and do not have to put the quarterback in harm's way. All right. So they have the talent. They definitely Tay. They call him Tay. So they definitely have the talent. All right. So next up. All right. Once again, you're going to see a lot of this. You see, listen, you're going to see a lot of this on tape. Boom, breaks the tackle, shakes him, and he scores. All right. That's what you're going to see on tape. It's a whole lot of this. 1, 2, 3, bam, drop it. That's it. You're going to see a lot of that. A lot of that on tape. All right. That's not hard. That's not special, and that's not hard. All right. This is where making plays. All right. He can do that as well. He can make plays. This is where he's special. All right. This is where he becomes special and he becomes good. Boom. He's big. He's run. He can get upfield, get in the end zone. All right. Now, that's what makes him special. But if you watch the same game, if you go back and watch that Hines, he has the same run in the first quarter. He does the same thing and he fumbles on the 1 yard line. All right. He does the exact same run you see there that he scored on. If you watch the whole game, he has the same run in the first quarter. He's running to the left of the pylon. The safety meets him at the goal line and he fumbles the ball. All right. So all I'm saying is this, right? Is that is he a Shador? No, he's not polished at all. All right. He is not a polished pocket passer. He's not a polished QB at all. He is a full-blown project. Okay. I want to be very clear. I know you see the stars. I know you're happy. I'm happy for Valley. I listen. If anybody's a bigger Valley fan is me. I've been to Itabena. Me and this lovely lady down here on my sofa, we have been to Itabena. So a lot of y'all talk about I'm hating. I love Valley. Okay, I absolutely love Valley. I've watched 3 games, bro. I have watched 3 games today of his tape. All right, I've watched 3 games of his tape. I watched the 4 touchdown game he had, and I've watched the 4 pick game he had. Okay, so let's not and say we did. Okay, try again. So what I'm saying to you is this: as much as you would like to crown him as the next jewel in the SWAC, I think he's going to have trouble winning in that quarterback room. I honestly do. I think he's going to have a problem winning the job outright in that quarterback room. There is a lot of talented QBs in that room. All right. In that room. So all I'm saying is it is what it is. You listen, you got to call a spade a spade. That's what I do. I love Valley. I love Coach Dancy. I think Alabama State was foolish for not throwing the bag at him to get him away from Valley. And I'll stand on that and I'll die on that hill. And I love Coach Kenton Evans. But at the end of the day, all right, he's not, I don't want to say that. He's a great addition to what Valley has in the QB room, but he's not a walk-away favorite, in my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion. You got TJ Goodwin coming back. You got Quincy already in there, not Quincy Casey, another Quincy's in there, and that boy is like 6'4", 220. Like, there's some talented QBs. TJ Goodwin, 6'5", 215. I mean, they have the measurables and they have the mobility and they have the arm strength. So I'm telling you, listen, I'm not hating on the kid. I'm absolutely glad that he went to Valley. I love Valley. I love what they're about. They're actually in my top 4 for my bandwagon signing day. So anybody say I'm hating on Valley, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. Shut up. Okay. So I'm going to show you my comps. These are my comps for, this is my comps for Jamari Jones. All right, let me get my stuff together real quick. These are my comps for Jamari Jones, right? Corey Fields and Jawan Pass, right? Now, Corey Fields, the reason I say Corey Fields is because of Jamari Jones's inconsistency, right? Jamari Jones is very inconsistent. One game, he'll give you 16 of 25, 265 or 270, 4 touchdowns and a pick. And then next game, he'll give you 12 of 20, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Like, that's the inconsistency, but he makes plays. But he'll make plays. And Jawan Pass is in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? One game he'll show up, one game he won't show up. All right. But if everything comes together, they're special. All right. That's the thing. If everything comes together, if they put everything together, if there's no inconsistency, if everything happens just right for them, they'll have an absolutely amazing game. But you have to be cognizant of what they're not. Right. So you have to be cognizant that they'll miss throws that they're supposed to make. You'll see that they'll miss intermediate routes that they'll normally make. They'll be late on some throws. All right. Jamari Jones's arm talent is not all world. So he's not going to make these long out routes and all. That's not his strength. All right. So it's little things like that you see in his game that you're just like, he's not bad, but he's not the greatest. And that's the thing with me. So is he a winning quarterback in the SWAC? Absolutely. Absolutely. He is a quarterback in the SWAC. All right. He can win you some games. He can win you. He could take you, but he won't do it by himself. If you keep him, all right, if you keep him in the same system that EMC had him in, where they ran the ball just as much as they threw the ball, I think you'll see the best version of Jamari Jones. There's no reason. There is absolutely no reason Jamari Jones should be throwing the ball over 30 times. There is no reason that he should ever have to throw the ball over 30 times unless they are down 21 zip, 42 zip, 35 zip, something like that. But if you go into a game plan asking Jamari Jones to throw the ball over 30 times, you're going to lose the game. If that's your game plan, you're going to lose. I'm just telling you that right now. I don't care how you feel about it. It's the truth. All right. But once again, I think him going to Valley and having Willie Totten, having Coach Kitten Evans in his quarterback rooms is going to be huge for his growth and his progression as a quarterback. There's no great, listen, if I'm being honest, there's no better QB coaching staff in the SWAC next to Maynard. Alabama A&M and Valley probably like neck and neck for QB coaches. I know people going to say Willie Simmons and KJ Black. That's a top 3 too. So we can go all 3. So I think those would be the best 3. So you got FAMU with Willie and KJ, 2 former quarterbacks. You got Kitten Evans and Willie Totten. Willie Totten speaks for himself. Coach Kitten Evans was amazing back in his day in Tennessee and Memphis. All right. And then you have Cono Maynard and you have Coach Mai. All right. So I think he's in a great position to grow. He's in a great area to get better as a quarterback. But Hugh Jackson, my fault. I totally forgot about Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson, you can throw Hugh Jackson in there. So there's some QB coaches. He went to the right unit to get coached. All right. He definitely went to the right unit to be coached up because he is a project. I don't care what nobody says. He is not a day one starter. He is not a day one plug-in guy. That's not him. Okay. He's going to need time to get it together. All right. And I think at Valley with the spring ball, I know Coach Dooley, I'm not going for that one. All right. So he's an offensive mind, but he's not a quarterback coach. All right. So that's my thing. So I'm going to go with that. All right. I'm going to go with that. So once again, the question, he's not day one. He's not ready for the SWAC. With all the talent being upgraded, all the talent being where it's at now, day one, he is not ready for the SWAC. If the season started today, he would not start. He shouldn't, in my personal opinion, he should not start at Valley day one at the quarterback position if they wanted to win the game. That's just my personal belief. Maybe with time within that system, things could go a little bit better, but we shall see. All right, I'm gonna take calls for about 10 to 20 minutes. If anybody has any calls, call lines are open.
You are the only participant in the conference.
All right, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns. If it is not on Valley, I am hanging up. Okay? I am hanging up. Don't ask me no questions about FAMU. Don't bring up Jackson State. Don't bring up none of that. If it's not about Valley, I am hanging up. All right, so call lines going to be open for about a few more minutes. Hey, Mr. Ford, you live. Talk to me.
Listen now, let me turn this off. Okay. One of the things Steve Wilson told me, he was a coach at Howard University. He was Jay Walker's head coach. And Billy Joe told me. They told me that you're supposed to always stockpile your quarterbacks. If you got one, you should have three. If you got three, you should have six. If you got six, you should have eight. And I think this is a good move because we have seen, I know you said we ain't supposed to talk about FAMU and all them, but that was FAMU's problem this year. They done declared themselves national champion, but they weren't a championship team with that boy at quarterback. So another thing I want to say, Scotty, that boy that you keep calling out his name, Evans, see, he was here in Atlanta. He was at a high school called Lithonia High School, did a brilliant job out there. And so I think this is a good move for them. I'm like you. I think that Alabama State and some other people missed an opportunity to get an up-and-coming staff. If they should have gotten this Dancer guy. But I think this is a good move. And one thing I do believe in stockpiling quarterbacks. To me, you should have 6 quarterbacks that can play every play. Okay? So, Scotty, I'll be looking forward to talking to you tonight now.
All right, Mr. Ford. Okay? You too.
All right.
Man, 6 QBs? Ain't nobody playing. Jesus. Hey, Coach Green, you live. Talk to me. Hello?
And before tripping on that 6 QBs, that's too many. 4, I can go with. All right. Hey, this is out there. Hey, I had a chance to meet Willie Totten when we played the exhibition game against Valley. I had a chance to meet Willie Totten, man. That's a big guy in person. Man, he is, bro. I met him. He definitely is. Huge guy. And his hands are huge. Go ahead. No, babe, the hands feel small.
Man. Crazy.
Because, I shook his hand and I shook Lindsey Hunter's hand. And both of them guys made my hands feel small. And Lindsey Hunter the same height as me. Man, yes, he played in the NBA.
Man, he engulfed my hands.
Man, what? But to go back on Valley, how would you grade their recruiting class?
A B+.
B+.
A B+.
They must have opened up the book for him this year.
Yeah, I said a B+, like, because, and I could have gave it an A because of its value. You know what I'm saying? Like, just if you compare from what of people actually going to Itabena and being like, damn, this is Itabena and you still got it like that, then it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely give it a B. The only A's I'm giving out right now is Kano and Dion.
Dude, I'm gonna say this one thing. Your boy must have took your advice.
What you mean?
Said fire everybody on defense. But I ain't gonna say their name.
You gonna get me in trouble. Oh, you gonna get me in trouble.
Cause look, I ain't gonna say their name because they're gonna knock us off subject. Every time I look up, that's all I saw. That's all I saw. But back to Valley. I'm looking forward to the upcoming season, bro.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of trash talking going on between all the schools right now.
Absolutely. And it's getting hot and heated in the portal. Anything else you got for me, Coach Green?
That's pretty much it, man. You know, because you say you ain't gonna talk about nobody else. So
yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight with Kofi.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to you tonight.
All right, too easy.
I listened to somebody's interview. All right,
too easy. Peace. All right, so let me get to some of these. I don't know if TJ good. When I talked to TJ when I went down to Itabena, he said he's coming back. So you know, he said he ain't going nowhere. So it is what it is. He plays 6A football here, which is a high level. Listen, 6A football is great, but that don't got nothing to do with your quarterbacking skills. All right, yeah, that don't got nothing to do with your mechanics. They ain't got nothing to do with your no. Yeah, it's great. If you're an athlete in most of high school competition, if you're a high-level athlete, you can get by, and he's a high-level athlete that can throw the ball. So in high school, that works. In college, you got to have mechanics. You got to have some skill work. And if your athleticism, you got to be, you know, Andrew Body type athleticism. You got to be up there to your athleticism. It just takes over games. But yeah, that's not. I don't think he's just going to I don't think he's just going to be a better athlete than everybody else on the field in the SWAC, especially with them upgrading talent everywhere around the SWAC. Yeah, that's not going to work. So he needs to try something different. Let me see. What about Alabama State's recruiting class? What about it? What about, listen, if I had to rank, and we might do that, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it tonight. We're gonna rank the recruiting classes as they stand. But I'll tell you one thing, Alabama State ain't nowhere to be found on my rankings. They ain't top 5 in nothing. I don't care if they flip somebody from the Dallas Cowboys. Like their recruitment is not going to be high on my list at all. So, you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's hey, listen, a real estate agent can only do so much. Okay, a real estate agent can only do so much. But I'm about to get up out of here. I wanted to keep this video short and sweet, but this is just, listen, these are just my thoughts on Jamari Jones. Listen, guys, a lot of people post videos for the hype, right? And we all, as YouTubers, we get caught up in it. Okay, what's hot, what's trendy? Let's talk. Listen, it would have been too easy for me to come on here and say, oh my God, Valley, you're killing it. Another one like DJ Khaled. But I had to really start breaking down some of this film. And I'm like, it's okay. I mean, if you take the stars away from this, it's just like, all right. If you take the number 1 JUCO QB, you'd be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But like, headlines make stories. Titles make stories. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm just here for listen, I give you the information as I get it. How you take it is how you take it. If you bitch and moan about it and you're like, oh my God, he's a hater, then you can bitch and moan and say I'm a hater. If you take it and say, oh, okay, that's cool, at least I have it in the back of my mind, then just leave it in the back of your mind. It's however you want to take it. But that's just my personal opinion about it. All right. So tonight, make sure you tune in tonight, 7:30. Kofi Hemingway, me and Kofi Hemingway, we talking about everything. All right. Anything you get, any HBCU headline, we talking about it. Oh, shoot. Before I go, question for you guys. Has anybody seen any videos from the pregame show? I mean, I'm just wondering. Has anybody Has anybody seen any of those videos? Like the back, the back, the backstage stuff, or the confetti falling on the players, anything like that. I mean, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma just, I'm still waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, time is ticking for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting, So, if I could be a fly on the wall of Neely's office after they lost the Celebration Bowl, I would pay good money. I would pay good money just to see him in his Dion sweater with the 2-1 and like probably punching a wall or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Crying to his Dion poster or something. I would pay good money if I was a fly on the wall to see that. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to know if y'all seen it. If y'all listen, if you got me on, listen. I'm not everywhere on Instagram and Twitter, right? So if you see it before I do, all right. If you so happen to see it before I do, please tag me in the comments. I'll do you the service. All right. Please. No. See, Charles Bishop don't count. Bishop is a realist. All right. Bishop is real even kill. You know what I'm saying? He cool. Bishop is real cool, easy going. So he ain't a fanboy. Charles is like, we're rooting for Jackson State, but he like, he'll walk into something like, yeah, we got our butt whooped. Like, he's real realist. I like him. He's a realist. Neely, just a fanboy. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. I think he went to the school. It's just cool. I'm not hating. All right. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. But if you should see it, all right. But if you should see it, all right, just make sure you tag me. That's all. Just make sure you tag me in it. If you get to it before I do, just tag me in the comments below so I can see it. All right. I hope they don't block me or nothing like that. But it's off script. Where's this? It's sympathy. I don't have that. But yeah. So I just wanted to say that. Is it? I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna post it too. I'm gonna put it on my Instagram too. So listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holla. Peace. God bless.